Welcome back to Move a Day, where our move today is QSheet, a 1987 application for the Macintosh, running here on a Mac Plus and MAME. A little bit tricky to boot. If you just try to boot the master disk 1, it's not going to boot. It's not bootable. You need a system disk. Here I've got a System 608 disk and floppy disk 1. But there's also, a disk 2, a sample disk with sample files for this program. But you can't boot with both disks in at the same time. So I'll show you kind of the disk swapping gymnastics you need to do if you want to boot this without System 6 on a hard drive. But you still want to load the sample files just off floppies. But yeah, this is another MIDI sequencer program, which, I don't think we're going to get any sound out of it because you need actual MIDI hardware hooked up to your Mac to synthesize the MIDI. And I've looked into it, and I don't think there's any real way to do that in MAME right now. There are supposedly emulated serial ports, but I don't think there's with the Mac Plus driver or the other Mac drivers, I don't think there's any way to map those to the host operating system. I think some other cores might have that capability, but the Mac Plus, the Mac 68K ones don't seem to. So here we go. Here's the About QSheet version 1.0 by DigiDesign. There's a pretty extensive article from 1988 that's online about DigiDesign's QSheet that you can find if you look for it. That goes through all of what's really going on here. If you really want to get into this, it's a sequencing program for like music and film. So if you go up here, you'll see timing. We've got, or not music and film, but TV and film. So you've got 30 frames, 25 frames, 24 frames, and you've got 35mm film and 16mm film. Okay, so we got setup. So you can do feet and frames if you're shooting on physical film. Set up your serial ports here. But yeah, so I did find a video of somebody who was making their own like 6502 core for like a homebrew computer inside MAME. They had mapped the serial ports and they were showing how they'd done that. But I can't find any way to actually map the serial ports to the hosts for these 68K systems. And I tried the same option that they were using in case it was like some undocumented developer feature of MAME of passing like dash serial null modem and bit banging it into the into like a local host telnettable port. I don't know where I would go from there because I would probably have to find some way to hook that up to a MIDI synthesizer, but that's not possible even. So I can't map that serial port to anything on the host, so I'm not sure how I would get into it. So I think the only way you could actually use these move images right now, as of this recording, and get sound out of them would be to actually, either write the move image back out to a floppy somehow, or to use a floppy MU, like a physical floppy MU, which it takes an SD card and can read move images, and hook it up to a Mac Plus with an externally connected MIDI synthesizer or two, because this does support two MIDI synthesizers, or two MIDI devices, I guess. And play it that way. And then to capture it, you'd also have to have TTL video capture into like an RGB to HDMI off the Mac Plus, and then HDMI capture. So that would be probably several thousands of dollars worth of equipment that I don't have. So if you're upset that I don't have MIDI synthesis on these videos, you can just give me several $1,000s and I will purchase the hardware and make it happen. But until then, I'm just going to show you how we can get into these sample files here. Let's see. Let's do drive. Okay, so that's the System 6 disk, so now we'd have to tell it to eject. Let's eject it. Okay, now let's go into MAME's options with or delete to enable UI controls. Hit tab, file manager, and then where System 6 was, I'm going to put the sample files in. Let's do it read only. I don't want to mess anything up. Right? Gotta hit drive again to switch back. Okay, so we got demo 1, DMP7, MIDI fader, or twister pack. Let's go with demo 1. Maybe we'll mess around a little bit and see what we can see in the UI, but I don't think we're going to get any audio playback. So we've got our SMPTE time. Online, rec, track, new track, okay. File transfer. I think so. I don't know if that's. I'm not sure what you're transferring there. Let's check out the battery. Oh. Oh man. Maybe that's a bad idea. That's it. Okay, good to know. Okay, hopefully that demo was already loaded to memory. It might ask us to reinsert that sample disk, I guess. But yeah, the battery only supported on Macs with batteries, not the Mac Plus. So, you know, by this time, there were Macs with batteries. So, let's see here. Or by the time of System 608, there were Macs with batteries. Let's see here. Open sequence. Drive. Let's re-eject our system disk. Because what you really came here for is... I don't know why I didn't eject his name. That's interesting. Usually when you eject the drive within the emulator, it also ejects it in main. Drive. Okay, cancel. No sequences available to open anyway. So let's see what feet and frames looks like. Okay. Got a feet and frames offset you need to do. Let's see, timing. Let's switch to internal clock. Maybe they'll get us off of MIDI. Okay. Looking a little promising. I don't know if there's any... But I think that's an internal clock. I don't think it's actually going to play. So before, I think you could only play by external... by saying an external MIDI play control command, I think. Is something that you can do, maybe. Let's see what happens if we hit play here. It's playing, but it's not synthing. So yeah, I don't think we're going to get any audio out of this program today. But like I said, if you want it to happen, you know how to make it happen. But yeah. I don't know if there's anything else. There are a whole lot of... There are a whole lot of screenshots in that article about QSheet that show various aspects of the program and how to use it, but without a MIDI synth, I'm not sure how much we can get into. Effects cue list, okay, yeah. I'm really not sure how much else we can do here. Track automation, okay, that's... Not seeing anything here. Okay. It's like a big blank canvas. So I'm not sure, yeah, if I'm missing something. Oh, there we go. We're just, okay. We're at the bottom of the canvas. So, right? I don't know. What's going on? Did I just make a slider? Oh, interesting. Are you, like, making your own layout here? Edit. Cut. Nice. I don't know what this is, but I like it. Track 1 automation. Okay. Oh, okay. So you can... Oh, wow, cool. So you can make your own, like, MIDI control deck in here. That's pretty cool. And map it to whatever you want. So you can map it to the MIDI controller numbers, MIDI pitch wheel, or MIDI channel pressure. That's interesting. I've never really seen anything like that before. Then again, I don't typically mess with that much stuff in this area, so there's that. Yeah, I don't know if there's a whole lot else that I can show off here. Let's check what the output filters are. Okay. What's stroke timing? The shortest time between two distinct continuous controller events. Good to know. Got a chase delay. Delay after chasing program changes. Okay. Keyboard map. Okay. Quit. Manual record. Record events. Play any MIDI device to begin. Okay. We don't have one of those. timing, set clock. Okay. Yeah. I think that's going to do it here for Q Sheet on Mufa Day, and I'll see you tomorrow for our next Mufa Day.